We are back, guys, with another bonus episode, Candid Confessions, and this is when we're really getting them guys involved. I want to hear all of the confessions, the juicier, the dirtier, the nastier. Oh, took that a bit far.
Nasty.
The better, the nasty.
Well, nasty.
You all nasty. It is anonymous. We won't judge, but we probably will. But I guarantee whatever you say will not shock us because we've probably done it 10 times worse. What I will say...
Speak for yourself.
Harry. What I will say is the team are having so much fun. They literally tease me with it and say, oh my God, I can't wait for you to read the confessions this week. They're so good. So please send them in. Even if they don't match the theme of that week, send them in because we'll probably get onto that theme at some point. We are super excited to keep these going. We really want to do these bonus episodes. Hopefully you guys love them. Can't wait to hear what you think of this one. Confessions. We asked for this week's Candid Confessions about confessions around holidays. So funny stories that have happened on holidays, mishaps that have happened on holidays.
And I love a holiday.
I love a holiday, and I don't essentially love a mishap, but I do think that a holiday mishap beats any normal sort of mishap. And also, just before you interject, on holiday, me and Richard were talking about this, all cards are off the table. You are a different breed on holiday. On holiday, the gloves are off. And what I mean by that is that rules go out the window, timings go out the window. And some would say respect for other human beings goes out the window. I would just like to remind everybody of
airport rules apply.
Airport rules apply. I would like to remind everybody of the time that me and Richard went to Stella Island and we had two what could only be described as porn stars opposite us that were performing sexual acts every second of the day in the great public where everyone could see, and also in the swimming pool of which we had to share with them.
Why is it we think that when we're on holiday that like
people can't see
you?
Yeah, it's like when you pick your nose when you drive in the car and you think people can't see that.
Yeah, and they can.
Yeah, I very much know that people can see me picking my nose. Like,
100%.
It is what it is. So there are always really funny stories that come out of holidays, whether it's sunbed wars, whether it's sexual encounters, whether the maid walked in on you when they shouldn't have, maybe something funny happened at the evening entertainment. You know, the evening entertainment in itself at holiday places it's a very interesting thing for me. Renee recently went to Stella Island and the evening...
Are they sponsoring?
Yeah, I mean...
The island off?
At this point, I will need a sponsorship. It's when me and Ricky also got engaged. The evening entertainment there, the dynamic of it is just really funny to me.
I've never been to evening entertainment.
You've never been to evening entertainment?
That's not true. Caribbean.
Exactly. So
yeah,
the
okay,
evening entertainment, like the vibe team.
The vibe team.
The evening entertainment of a holiday is a ruckus. Like, and also it's a recipe book for disaster.
Yeah.
Also, the people you meet on these holidays, the people that you meet,
holiday friends that
you never fucking speak to again.
No, but I know people who go on holiday with their holiday friends, and I'm like, how do you know each other? Like from holiday.
My mum and dad did once. We went with them, and we went on a holiday with our holiday friends. But then actually, they are still friends with them, and I find that whole thing so weird. Have you got any holiday friends?
Sort of. Okay. So, you know, like Tom and Manisha and Tash? Yeah. Well, I only knew Tash. So I go on holiday every year with Tash is my friend from university and like one of my best friends from uni. And then one year we went on a uni holiday, and then one year our other uni friends didn't want to go. So she was like, can my friends come? As in like her best friends from home. Tom and Manisha.
I never knew
That's how I know Tom and Manisha.
But they are your friends as well now.
Yeah, no, they are now my friends.
You met them through holiday.
I met them through holiday, and like they don't really live near me, so like I do see them. I do see them at least one other time, but most of the time I see them is on holiday. They're my holiday friends.
So you don't really see them much apart from being on holiday?
Maybe like once or twice a year.
That's really
I
funny.
know, isn't it hilarious?
So you've got holiday friends.
I'd say that, yeah. I mean, I'd say they're more than holiday friends. I mean, they will be listening.
Yeah.
So
rude. Yeah. Sorry, Tom and Manisha, you're only a holiday friend to Harry.
But they will be screaming at a shout out. So there we go.
Screaming! Love you, Tom and Manisha. Right, and Tash. So,
hi Tash.
In terms of holiday scandals, ex stories, ex whatever, do you have any?
A few. So obviously, let me bring up my grandparents again.
Right, stop bringing up your family members. No. Stop trying to get them to cling off
but
the show.
We used to go on holiday all the time. So my grandparents have a little apartment in Italy.
Unreal.
And me and Perrie used to go all the time as kids, but I still go regularly with like different friends and whatever. We went a few years ago. And I have had regular complaints. And there's nothing more humbling than your granddad forwarding you a message, basically telling you that you and your mates were in the pool like late at night. But it's all like old grannies there that are like,
nothing better it's like a complex.
Yeah. And my granddad actually replied to them in English and said, I'm going to put this down to general busybodiness. Now, I don't know what that translates to in Italian, but I'd love to see it.
Right.
So there's that. That's obviously very humbling. I have humbled my friend on holiday. My friend Gemma Shepherd, who is absolutely fabulous.
Right.
She walked up to the counter and she literally slammed her passport down and went, I know what you're thinking. This woman needs an upgrade. And the guy was like giving her banter back. She, with all the might in her heart, she gets on this plane and just turns left with all the confidence in the world. She turns left and sits her ass down. We were flying from New York to America and no one questions it.
From New York to America?
From New York to London.
I was going to say, because you're in fucking America, right?
And she literally just turns left, finds an empty seat and sits down in it. But me, being an absolute arsehole, I went, I ain't having that. So I went and told the air hostess that that's my mother and she's left me aware I have severe flying anxiety and she needs to sit with me. So she marched her ass back to her seat.
But hold on a minute. How did she have the confidence?
Sheer confidence.
To just go and sit in business class?
She just went
with an economy ticket?
She just went and sat down.
I aspire to be this woman.
Yeah, I know.
That is insane. Right, shall we have a read of this?
I can't wait.
Candid, juicy confession.
These are my confessions.
Okay. Okay, I've just seen one little bit of it. Right. Okay, here we go. So, me and my boyfriend I'm nervous. Me and my boyfriend went on holiday to Gran Canaria a few years ago and went to the water park there.
Oh, no, I'm thinking of Tenerife.
Right, not Cyan Park.
Yeah.
We decided to go on one of the tall, fast slides where it's a single person on each slide. I was that eager to get on and I didn't listen to any of the instructions. One important instruction being that you need to keep your legs closed when you go down the slide. Now, I would argue that that's fucking impossible, but here we go.
I would argue that's common sense. You just go down like that.
Yeah. I went down the water slide in capitals with my legs open. The water travelled so fast up my ass that I got to the bottom and my instant bodily reaction was to push the water out. I feel like I know what I'm about to read next. But it wasn't just that came out. It wasn't just water. It was also a lot of watery poo. I shit myself at the bottom of the slide. I then stood up, ran off over to my boyfriend and sat on the wall. I told him what had just happened and asked him to look at my bikini bottoms to see if he could see anything still there, and his words were, "What the fuck?" I made him take his top off, pulled it around the back of me to cover up my bikini bottoms. The watery poo was seeping through his beige shirt. At this point, she needs to go to fucking hospital. I had to go into the showers to wash off my bottoms and I had to throw his top in the bin. I was horrified. And to top it off, as we went to get a taxi home, no taxi drivers would take me home because you had to wear a shirt. If my day wasn't already shit enough, pardon the pun, we then had to walk 40 minutes to get back to the hotel. I've never been so embarrassed in my whole life and I will never, ever trust the water slide again. Wow. I have to decompress this because I'm not actually laughing because I almost had a similar experience.
That was an ab workout.
I went on this one person. It didn't actually say you need to keep your legs closed, but I didn't keep them open.
I'm sorry. I'm just going to, on behalf of all water parks, I think that's pretty obvious.
Okay, fine. Maybe there's
also, who goes down a water slide like that?
Well, this girl, she fucking shit
and you, apparently.
She had diarrhea.
And not like that as well, no?
Also, it was watery. So did she have a bad stomach? She got IBS. Have you got IBS? Let me know.
I have questions about this, but we'll come back to it.
So I went on this slide in Turkey, got to the bottom of the slide because it's so fast and there's so much water and it's like a big jet.
Thank you for describing a water slide.
Right.
To anyone that was blissfully unaware.
Right. Listen,
it's the audio description for me.
Well, I've got to always look out for our listeners as well as watchers. I felt like the water had cut my asshole in half. And I'm just going to say it how it is now. I got up and I went like this, like that. And I went to my sister, Rosie. I went, Rosie, I've done permanent damage. And she goes, is it your asshole? I said, yeah. She goes, no, it goes away soon. But the water...
Not the expert.
The water is so like rushy and gushy and jetty that it's so powerful that it makes you feel like it's slicing you in half. So first of all, my bikini bottoms were so far up my ass, I might as well have impregnated myself with them. When I finally...
Up your ass?
When I'm finding...
Let's tell me that one.
I finally managed to pull them out, fish them out, luckily I'd not shat myself, fishy. But the actual poor fishy, don't make me say that meme. Don't make me. Katie Price, love you to death. That was one of the most iconic things you've ever said. Poor fishy. The actual pain, it's pain. I know how you feel.
I beg your pardon.
I have experienced the other side because I can see, all I'm saying is I can see why she did shit herself. That's basically what I'm trying to say. But if she
on holiday, you have a dodgy tummy anyway. Exactly. Most people.
And also, had she had a glass of tap water that day?
Probably.
Because if you have you brushed your teeth with the local water, you fucked yourself. And also, you do have a bit of a dodgy tummy anyway, but the water is making it more fluid, basically, the poo. Imagine if it was a massive turd, though.
I actually, and we will get back to that, but I actually once went to Mexico City and brushed my teeth with the tap water by accident.
Right.
And my shits were so bad, I actually went home and went to see a doctor. I had a colonoscopy. Back to that.
And what did the doctor say? You've just got Mexico belly?
No, it was actually a little bit more serious than that. But thank God that happened.
Oh, fine. Is everything okay now? Do I need to...
We're all good.
Fine. Just didn't know if I needed to get any private doctors on.
No, we're all good. So my questions are this. What happened to the poo in the watery poo?
I think it just went. It disintegrated.
Right, okay. And do you have to warn anyone? What do you do? Or do you just get out and run?
Here's the thing.
What's the protocol? Because I would be unaware. Because
I want to flag this, and I'll tell you why. Because let's be honest, not only can you not help the fact it feels like your arsehole split into two when you're going on these water slides, second of all, there are children and adults.
I blame the child.
That will be in the water, mouth open.
Oh, imagine the next person that comes down the slide.
Fucked. You fucked.
Yeah, you've got a mouthful of shit,
It's like the time Ricky was at Alton Towers and someone was sick in front of him. It went all over him. Could you imagine that happening to
I'd rather that than to have a mouthful of shit.
Yeah, but that is... So do you then have to speak to a lifeguard and say, listen, I've had an accident.
All right, but POV, you've got a mouthful of shit. What do you do?
Yeah.
Because then you're going to be like, I've got a mouthful of shit. I, as a lifeguard, think, is it you? So what would you do? Do you report it? Or do you just leave it? If you've just seen it, because I don't want something it's my poo.
It's a very tricky situation.
It's a very shitty situation.
It's a very shitty situation. What I will say is, I want to know how long her and her partner have been together. Please, can you let us know? Because imagine that was your first holiday together.
I can't.
Because that's a deal breaker, isn't it?
Yeah, imagine going back to your mates. How's my girlfriend shit herself in the fucking pool.
On the pool. In the
Waterslide.
And you had to borrow his shirt and he went all over it.
Yeah, I will say, better that it happened at the park, because I'm assuming they weren't staying on resort. So at least they can leave the premises. Oh, yeah, because she said about taxi.
It's all the assumptions for me.
There is a lot of assumptions. There's a lot of things I need to know. Did they go out for dinner that night, or were they not really feeling it?
Yeah, were you in a mood?
Because my sex drive off after that.
Yeah, did you have sex the rest of the holiday? Did you have an argument? Did you have enough change of knickers? Well, luckily, girls pack at least 14 pairs of knickers for a 5-day trip, they're going to shit themselves every day. So that's fine.
Is, for anyone ever wondering, when you pack your bags and you're like, oh, what am I doing? Packing. Well, now you know why.
Yeah, in case you shit yourself on a water slide.
Yeah.
Also, would love to know the specifics of where the water slide was, what one is it, so we can avoid it.
And did she, it was a she, right? Did she gain some sort of nickname from this? Shitty pants?
Shitty knickers, watery shitty.
Yeah,
shitty diarrhea girl.
If that was my partner, they would have a shitty pant name.
What would you call it?
Her? Oh, I don't know. So what is it, Cyan Park? Cheyenne Park.
No, she wasn't at Cyan Park.
No, sorry. Oh,
she was
Cyan.
in Gran Canaria.
I don't know.
Maybe just shitty pants,
yeah,
shitty knickers. You would have to bear the brunt.
Shitting area? I don't know.
Shitting area? You would have to bear the brunt of that for a while.
Where are you going? To the Shanari Islands?
Shanari Islands. Anyway, feel really bad. Feel really bad for you. Hope that you've been able to get over it. That is a really good holiday story,
Yeah,
though.
no, it really is.
And it does lead me on to one thing, which is, does everybody just piss in the pool?
I've pissed in the pool.
It's Candid Confessions. Have you pissed in the pool yourself?
Yeah, well, hers is fucking at least confidential, Candid.
Guys,
I'm sat here in front of everyone. Yeah, I've pissed in the pool.
I piss in every single pool I've been in. Do you want me to say it how it is? I can't control myself. Every time I go in a swimming pool, I think, ooh.
Oh, I'll just have a piss.
I just think if you say that you don't, you're a fucking liar. I'm sorry, you are not getting out of the pool to go for a wee, especially a water park where the nearest toilet is probably a 5-mile radius.
Last time you were in a pool, though?
Well, I have not been able to go.
You don't really get in them, do you?
Well, What do you mean?
Like you just sit by them. I mean, you've not been on many holidays.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. Yeah, poor Perry Shan only been to Spain. But you go to Adam's in Spain.
Yeah.
Have you pissed in Adam's pool?
100%. So many times.
Right.
Adam, Jamie, I've pissed in your pool more than times than I've pissed in your toilet. And do you know what? They do the same thing.
Oh, right. This is just a friendship of piss.
Yeah, honestly. And Ricky was pissed in their pool as well. Don't lie, Richard. You was.
This is pissing me off.
Yeah, this is...
To be frank.
And I will say probably my family members pissed in it as well.
Is this why when people ask you if you were getting a pool at the house, you said no?
Yeah.
Because it would just become a third toilet.
However, if you piss in my pool, you're never welcome to come to my villa again. That's what I will say.
Mate, I'll be going down a waterslide in your pool.
Literally.
And you know what happens then?
Right, next confession.
Oh, God, I don't know.
Right.
How confidential are these? I might leak your information. I'm joking, obviously.
Me and my partner have been together nearly 12 years. That's a long time. 5 years in, and we went on holiday to a lovely hotel in Greece. Was it Stella Island? At this point, it probably was. As holidays go, you have some adult time together. It started in the bathroom. Ooh. I'm a 5'7" girly, same, and weighed about 8.5 stone at the time. Same. He put me on the... Ooh.
Is this you? Is this your story?
I feel like Ricky's wrote this in about us. He put me on the marble-style counter next to the sink.
So it's a fancy hotel.
Fancy.
Someone's got some money.
Are we talking real marble or porcelain? And only a minute in...
Don't diss the girl.
And only a minute in, and the whole counter collapsed and the sink was hanging off the wall. No, I'm sorry. That is fucking brilliant. I was mortified. He rang down to reception and told them he was brushing his teeth and leant on it and fell on his foot. Bless
Who
the
was
guy.
brushing the teeth? Fucking King Kong.
Bless the guy on reception. He upgraded our room and got a doctor to come and look at his foot and gave us a free bottle of red wine to apologise. Free bottle of red wine. Darling, you've done yourself a disservice. The hotel would be paying me at least 20,000 euros. You've done that wrong. We never had sex on a sink. We never had sex on a sink hotel again.
Well, I think that's fair.
Right. This is hilarious because the thing is it's just hilarious for so many reasons, but it does remind me of a story that happened to us, but it's not about being on holiday.
Oh, when we were kids?
Yeah.
We had a big house party to celebrate our friend's birthday.
As you heard from Candid Confessions Part 1, our house parties were renowned.
Off the chart.
This wasn't a house party that I hosted, but all I'm going to say is at this house party there were strippers, just putting that out there. We were
crowdfunding.
Yeah, we
did
crowdfund.
No, we didn't. We said we were going to charge everyone £5 to come in, but then forgot. So the next day we had a debt to pay
to a stripper.
Anyway, the house got completely ruined.
It did.
And
really
are you on about because of her parents? They know.
Yeah, no, they do know.
It was blindingly obvious.
Oh, it was bad, guys.
So
this is really
basically,
bad.
the girl in question, we won't mention her name, but her parents came back to like Project X style house.
It was really bad, guys. It was really bad.
The music was so loud that the glass shower curtain shattered.
Yeah, her whole
just
glass
shattered.
shower was
like
just shut.
Yeah. But someone did have a good time in the toilet.
Yeah.
And this wasn't a marble sink. This was just a sink.
Yeah.
And they, I assume, had sex on it.
Yeah. I assume, if not, they were doing something very questionable.
I don't know. Yeah. Brushing their teeth.
You're brushing their teeth.
But the sink came off.
The sink came
like,
off.
Fully off the thing.
And the shower curtain shattered as well. So there's a 2-in-1 there.
Yeah. And several other things, I think, as well.
Yeah.
That cannot be mentioned.
Yeah.
And so my dad came round and I asked him, I was like, just glue it back on. And my dad was like, that's not how sinks work, Harry. Like, you don't just glue them on. But he did his best with, like, some seal, but, like, it was very obvious. And, like, when this person's parents found out, they were like, what is this? Like, what have you tried to fix it?
So the amount of trouble that our friend got in for this was...
No, we weren't welcome for a good month.
It was bad. It was bad. It just reminded me of that. But... I would be absolutely mortified if that was me on holiday. I actually think I'd be more mortified than the pooing situation.
Yeah, no. No. Well, I guess the pooing you could probably get away with and just run.
Yeah.
You can't get away from that. And also, I don't care what you said about brushing your teeth. They're not dumb.
Yeah.
They know what you were doing.
But also, can I just end this by prefacing that I do think that marble sink just falling off from the weight of having a bit of sex is deeply concerning, alarming and confusing.
How good was the sex?
Yeah, I mean, it must have been fucking ramping rabbit to be able to get a marble, again, fake or real. That's the difference.
Well, I'm going with porcelain if it's snapping in half.
Yeah, like, so that's snapping in half. I don't want to go to that hotel in Greece because quite clearly it's not got the luxury marble that one would require.
Marble's very in. I would have gathered it, put my case.
Yeah, so... Oh, that's a good idea.
Chips and marble away.
Yeah. Oh my God. But well done on getting the free upgrade and the bottle of red wine. I do think that maybe you could have pushed the boat out a little bit more.
Yeah, I would have gone for at least a meal.
Yeah. I would.
Bemin.
No, I would have gone for having my money back for the holiday. You've just broken my foot with your fucking fake marble sink.
I don't think they said that. We're now embellishing this story.
Okay, if I was telling the story, I would say that I ended up in A&E with a broken foot. But like, that's how I like to kind of exaggerate.
One thing we do is embellish stories.
We will be back on Monday with a new episode. And
Thank God.
Thank God. And if you have any candid confessions, we do put out on our socials. We like to theme them up. So far we've had our holiday ones and we've had things you never want to tell your parents, which was really funny. But if you have any confessions of any kind, we would absolutely love to hear them. You can email us at hello@canibecandidpod.com. We will bank them. We love reading them. It's so much fun, isn't it? Hearing people's stories.
Yeah.
And as I said, any you can think of, what maybe school related ones, holiday, friends, work.
Awkward conversations.
Christmas parties was a good one we spoke about. We can't wait to hear them, so send them in. Can't wait. And I'll see if I've got any more confessions. I mean, I've probably got a lot, but I'm just worried about, confessions versus cancellation.
Yeah. All the C's.
Candid Confessions.
Candid Confessions.